So hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in regards to um this video tutorials, I'm going to show you how to set up your Visual Studio for real life C programming problems. So now the problems will be, as time go on, we'll be looking at how we're going to make a student record management system, right? We'll make a student management system using C programming. We're also go to design a simple calculator using C programming. We're also going to look at how we can make a calendar, that we can interface with it using C programming. We're going to also look at how we can make a mini project for phone booklet where you can keep people you know people's phone number, to have his own record keeping, his data structure. We're also going to look at a unit converter project, right, that can convert from kg to gram. We're also going to now look at a mini voting system in which people can vote. We're also going to look at making a game, tic-tac-toe game. We're also going to look at a matrix calculator, and we're also going to look at a library management system in which you can keep books. People can access it using C programming. We're also going to look at electricity bill calculator. You can calculate the loads, power rating, unit consumed per day, unit consumed per month, and total load calculation. And also going to look at a movie ticket booking system. So if you want to book a ticket, instead of people going physically, you can design a C programming language in which people can book their ticket. So this is what we're going to be doing. So today we'll just basically focus on the steps in order to set up your Visual Studio for real life C programming problems. So the first step you need to do, step 1, download Visual Studio Code. Step 2, we have to install it. Step 3, we need to download extensions for Visual Studio Code, that is the C/C++. Then we'll also install the code runner. Step 4, we need to download MinGW, that is a kind of a compiler for C. Then we install it. Then we need to also set up the paths, and also set up the environment variables. Then we're also going to now check if the MinGW compiler has been successfully installed or not. So the first thing we need to do is to download your Visual Studio. So I'm going to send the description in the description link below. Please kindly check it out. So this is the link. So we'll just copy it and now paste it in our browser and hit enter. So now this is where it will take you. So if your system is Windows, you can come here. If it's Ubuntu or Red Hat or Mac, so you can click the one that is specifically attached to your system. But my own system is Windows, so I'll come to Windows and see. You can see currently is installing. So that is 72.2 MB. So that's it. So this is a very great software in which you can run different kinds of programming and other things. So you can put Python extension, Jupyter if you're doing machine learning, or you want to do other algorithm works, you can use Jupyter. So Jupyter works with Anaconda. You can also C/C++. This is the one we're also going to install, this extension. We have Pylens, which is very good. We also have live server. This live server is especially if you're working on, maybe you're using HTML and CSS and you want to see your coding. So you just go to the live server, click on the live server, and automatically it will now pop up. We also have the prettier. This one gives a kind of a very visual and very interesting look of your codes. We also have ESLint, which is part of Intelligent J for JavaScript. We have Visual Studio Intelligent. So currently our Visual Studio user setup of install. So you will just click on it. So I'm going to click open. So this how is going to open. So you will just click on I accept the agreement. Then I click next. So now in this place, you need to click register the code editor for supported files, and also create a desktop icon. So you have to click these ones. You can leave these other ones, you can leave it, or you can also click if you want it in the respective place you want to go, then click next, then you now click install. So it's going to install. So to take at most 3 to 5 or less than 3 minutes for you to currently install. So it's currently installing. So we're currently following these steps. So we're in step 1 currently. Download your Visual Studio Code. This is the link. So I'm going to send everything in the description box in order to follow. And now we're currently in step 2, which is install VS Code. So we're currently installing VS Code. So they say wait while your setup install Visual Studio Code on your computer. So it has already finished installing. So we'll just see yes, want it to launch. So this is how your page will look, after installing Visual Studio Code. So now all you just need to do is to now come to the steps, download the extension for Visual Studio Code. So we have C/C++. So now the place to download these extensions, you have to come to this box here, click on it. So you must have your internet connection powered on. So now in this place, all you just need to do is to now type, based on our description of following, C/C++. So we need to install it. So there are lots of different plugins. If you're dealing with Flutterwave, there's Android emulator, there's Atom Keypad, there's a lot of things. Maybe you're dealing with web, AWS, Amazon Web Service. There is also Azure. If you're into all these web, there is a very great resource. So the first one will be setting up the C. We'll be installing C/C++. So this is the first plugin we'll be installing. So you just click on it, enter, and you should see it here. So you just click on it, and now currently my own is installing. So this is it. So there are lots of C and C++ extensions. There are plenty of them that will be very useful in regards to C++. So this is it. So mine is currently installing. So pending the time this one is also installing, let's also search for the next one in which we'll be installing, so that we can install the other one too. So you just come here, we're installing Code Runner. So you just minimize and come here and type code runner. So you just type code runner. So see it here. So this is the one we want to install. You just click on it, and click on this blue button. You just click on install. So it's currently installing, and now type C/C++. So you just type C /C++. So look at it, I've already installed it, so you can see it here. Then the next one is up to date, it's already installed. So the next one we'll check is Code Runner. So you can see that Code Runner is also installed here. So if you click on it, you can see it's already installed. And if you want us to confirm the C/C++, we can click on it, and you can see also it's already installed. So after doing this step, the next step for us to do is to we'll minimize it. Now we'll now come back to our steps. So now the next thing now is to now download MinGW. That is the compiler. So you just copy the code. So I'll send the link in the description box. So you just come here and paste it and hit enter. So this how it's going to show you MinGW minimalist and GNU for Windows. So if you're using a different um you know, if you're not using Windows, you can also, they have other ones in regards to maybe I Apple own. So you just come here and now click download. So this for Windows, so you just click download and automatically it should show here. So it has finished installing. So we'll go to our next step. So the next step is to now install the GW copy, install the MinGW. So we'll just come here, click on this arrow and now say open. And after clicking on install, install directly, see MGW change. No, just leave everything as how it is. Just click continue. So I've already installed mine already. That's why I say there appears to be a copy of MinGW get installed in this directly already. You should use this installed copy of the program to manage. So I've already installed my own already, so that's why it's showing this error here. So after doing that, all you just need to do is to now or let me change the directory, or let's go to reinstall so that I can show you the process. So after clicking it, you will see something here, download and set up MinGW installation manager. So it's correctly downloading. You see the progress. So it's currently installing. So it's currently processing 25 of 38 items. So we want to wait, let it reach 100%. So it's installing 84%, 86%. So everything has successfully installed. So we'll just click on continue. Okay. Oh, okay, the boxes is here. All right. So these are the boxes we're going to tick. We'll tick. We'll just come to. We'll just tick all of them. So you tick all of them because this is all of them are very important. Mark for installation. Click on this one. 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 Mark for installation. So if you can tick all of these ones, you're good to go. So now you now click the installation right on the top left corner, this corner here, and then choose apply changes. So you just come and click apply changes. So you will now see like a box like this, and after seeing it you just click on apply. So you just click on apply. So it's currently downloading the packages, but if you can just select the basic ones, I think that's all. So we are currently in this step now, installing this MinGW compiler. So after doing that, the next step we'll be going to is to copy the bin path, right? Copy the bin path. So the bin path is where exactly the your installation of this file took place. So you just go there, copy the bin path. Then from there we'll now go to our environment variables to now set it up there so that it will link up. So you can select this this basic setup and just tick all. So as mine has already finished installing, so I still have to wait for all of this to properly install. So you have to wait for all of it to properly install. Then we'll just click close. Then after closing it, we'll just exit from here and then go back to our next step, which is to copy the bin part. So wait for it to finish installing. This should take to about 5 to 6 minutes. So after kind of installing it, it will take to 10 to 20 minutes of installation. So you can only then you now click on this button, close. So you now close it so you can see everything is fully installed. So you just click close and now close the installer. So you just click on close it. So after closing it, the next step is our step 6, which is to copy the bin part. So all you just need to do is to go to your folder. So under this local Dixie, you will just see it here, MinGW, right? You just click on MinGW and you click on MinGW. Then you now click on this bin folder and open it. So now we're currently in our bin folder. So on this this bar here, just right click and then click on copy address. Right click here and copy the address. So now after copying the address, all we just need to do is to now go to our environment variables. So you just come here and search environment variables. So you click on here, is to come here and type environment variables. So I'll just type environment variables. Environment variables. I'm mixing a V. So you can see I have my environment variables here. So you just type environment variables and then click on edit the system environment variables. Just click on it. So it's going to open up. So you can see my environment variables here. So you now click on this is it. So you now click on this environment variables here. You click on it. So now this is my environment variables. So that's it. So now we're going to now click on come down. You under this system variables, will now come and click on path. You now search for path here, path. So you can see my own path. So after clicking on the path, so you now click on new, right? You just click on new and now paste what we copied already. You just say Ctrl V. So you can see my own MinGW/bin. So that's it. Then you now click on OK. So I've already added it. So for us to confirm it, you can just click here and you can slash down. You can see my MinGW/bin. Everything is okay. So you just click OK. So after doing this, we are done with this. Come back to our steps. So we are done with these environment variables. So we want to check if this MinGW has been successfully installed. So you just press Windows R, or you can go to your command line. I'll just type cmd and press OK. So my command line will automatically pop up. So this is my command line. So now for me to check if it's properly installed, so I'll just type G plus, then I'll not go to minus version so that I can see the version of it. So if it shows my version, that means my MinGW has been installed. So I'll just click enter. So you can see my own version. So everything is set and we are good to open everything with run our our C programming language, our VS Code and everything. So we'll try to run a small program to see if it's going to work. So all we just need to do is to come back to our minimize this, or you can close it. So we're through with these steps. We have successfully installed it. So what we just want to do now is for us to now test run our program. So we'll just run a small C++ program with our VS Code to see if our MinGW is working. So you just close it. We have already installed our C++. We have installed the other one. So you just click on file. You click on file, then you just see new file. Just click on new file. So this is my new file. So I just kind of doing a brush through. So I'll just press Ctrl S so I can save my file. So most of these things is based on extension. So I'm going to just save it in my desktop, the file, since it's just like a run test. But you can also create a folder, and then from there you can now put everything you're writing. So I'll just write test.c++. And if you're doing C programming, you just say test.c, but I want to use C programming to C++ programming to test it. I'll now say save. So automatically this thing will now show the format of C++. So I can close it. I can go to explorer mode. This is it. So you can see the path desktop C++. So now in this place I'm going to expand my screen. Let me close all this. So I've already installed the necessary things. So all I just need to do is to come here, and I will now write a small C++ program. So I'll just write hash include to test if it's going to work. No, we're not doing a serious tutorial. I'll just write iOS stream, that's input output stream, enter. Then I'll just enter. Then I'll now say using namespace, then I'll now write std. So this std is for standard when we're dealing with C++. Then I'll just write int main. It's just similar to C programming language. So this is it. Then enter. Then open my curly brackets. So now what do I want it to print? So now in C++, we're not going to be doing like printf, how we're doing in C, or using underscore put char in C. But in this case, we're going to use the C out. So now this C out is for printing, outputting outside. So I'll just write my first program to test. So my first program to test. So this is what I want to write. Hash include iOS stream using namespace std int main this. So so you must always end everything you're doing with semicolon. How we're doing in C, you just put your semicolon to end it. So after doing that, you just come to run it. So to run it, you just right click, right, with your mouse or with your keyboard. Or if the right click is not showing, you can, or you just click right click and you now click on run. So you can click on run, or just click Ctrl alternate N. So I'll just click on it. So you can see it here. So you can see that it has already shown here my first program to test. So we can also write something here. Write great, it works. You can just write great, it works. Then you can use then you can right click and click Ctrl alternate N. You just click it, or you can press Ctrl alternate N. So we want to see whether it works. So it's correct. You can see great, it works. So now currently, to give a brief recap of what we have done, We started by saying by setting up your Visual Studio for real life C programming problems. So we'll be running different programs in C. So I've already installed our Visual Studio Code. We've installed VS Code. I've also done the installation of the C++ extension by clicking on this menu and typing these names and installing it. I've also downloaded and installed our https://sourceforge. That's our compiler. I've also installed it. I've also copied our bin path by going to our environment variables and adding it, and I've also checked to see if it has been successfully installed by typing the command, which is g++ dash dash version. Using our command line, we type g++ dash dash version, and we saw that it has come up. So you can see my version, which is 8.1.0. So at this end, I've come to the end of the tutorial. Thank you.